The child is not even free to relate in the house because everything the child does, you will definitely attack. We need to have one-on-one session where you just listen to the child talk. Let them express their fears. Let them be vulnerable to you, and you also be vulnerable to them. My coach says something that if the infallibility narrative is a false narrative. Don't ever try to say you have never been in the child's shoe. There has been times that you yourself, you have bedwet. There have been times that you have lied. So why would heaven fall down when your child makes mistake? So we need to learn to have one-on-one session with our children. And another important thing, praise their positive behavior. When they do good, praise them. Let them know that, even this little thing that I've done, see, look at the way my mommy and my daddy is just hailing me. It looks little to them, but let's see, and you have to do it genuinely. Praise them for their positive behavior. Don't do it because they have said we should do it. No. You have to do it because you are working on the child and you want the child to be a better person. Set clear expectations for your children. Set clear expectations. You want the child to learn how to cook, to learn how to sweep. Set the expectation within the next you can do it like an objective. Within the next 3 months, this is what I want you to learn how to do. Write it down. Let them paste it on the walls in their rooms. Let them look at it every day. Tell them the reasons why this is very important. If you have whatever you have not taught a child, you are not permitted to punish a child for it. And in fact, punishment is not discipline. We have made it clear. Punishment is not discipline. So does it mean that you are setting a trap already for your child? In fact, some people already know answers to a particular question. They are now asking the child, I'm waiting for you to lie. Lie so that I will pounce on you. I mean, if you already know the response, why are you setting the child up again? You're setting the child up and you don't even know that that's what you are doing. And what else do you expect the child to do? Because he's afraid, he will definitely lie. And then you will start another round of preaching. I tell you, all your preaching, none of them is here entering. As he's entering one year, he's leaving through the other year. So parents need to perform their own responsibilities, set clear expectations. And that's why I mentioned earlier that you only give age-appropriate discipline strategies. If you have not taught your child how to do a particular thing, don't query the child for not doing it. Fix your own paths before you begin to look at the child. And distract the child creatively. Some of you want to take off screen from your children because you have heard that you should not expose your child to screen. You just do it once. This is a child that has been exposed to 24 hours of screen before, even while you are cooking. You don't want the child to disturb you. You have given the phone to the child. Now, all of a sudden, you want to take away screen. You just take it immediately. No, it doesn't work that way. It should be gradual. It should be gradual. So use calm consequences. Let the child know, if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, then I will not get this. Use calm consequences. Oh, if I wear slippers, or if I don't wear slippers around the house, I'm going to mop the house for 1 week. And this should not be limited to only the child. You are giving a consequence, even you, the mother and the father, you are not following. You have told the child the bedroom is the only place to sleep. But you, the mother and the father, you are lying down in the sitting room. And the child they will be telling themselves, imagine, see mommy, oh, they said we should not lie down in the sitting room. She's the one doing it now. You have created screen time for your children, and you have said only 1 hour for TV in this house every day. But you, mommy or daddy, you have spent 2 hours or 3 hours watching TV, and you are sending the children away that they are not permitted to watch, but you are permitted to watch. No, now, it can't work that way. Whatever you want the child to learn how to do, you also have to do it. That is discipline. Remember, they are learning, they are studying. They are studying, they are training. So it is from what you do. Imagine the people that go to learn apprenticeship, the fashion designers, the hairdressers, the madam in the shop is teaching them to cut clothes this way, and then she's cutting clothes the other way. They will be confused. So a lot of us are confusing our children. We have given a particular consequence, but we are not following it. That's not right. Then we should practice delayed gratification. If you are not disciplining yourself as a parent, you cannot practice delayed gratification. I use myself as an example. I remember whenever we are coming back from church, because of course we've been used to coming back in traffic and all of that, we'll be buying things in the car. All of us, we eat. Then the children now turned it to a norm. Every time we're coming back from church, whether there's traffic or there's no traffic, they will buy things. They will be asking for things. In how many minutes that you are back home, they will be asking for things. Then we decided to say no. We are going to put a consequence for this. Nobody is going to ask for anything. We all wait till we get back home before we eat. One day, I had forgotten that the week before, my husband had mentioned that, and I wanted to try it. My husband said, no, it's not going to work. If you are not going to buy things for the children, then you will not also buy anything for yourself. So that is the way it is. We need to practice delayed gratification. It's not everything that the child asks for that will give them. So that when those things are not available, they get used to it. You give the child screen every time because you don't want the child to cry. No, it's wrong. You need to teach the child how to stay calm. You need to occupy the child with other things. Get books, get games. Let the child draw. Let the child explore other activities. Get puzzles. There are age-appropriate puzzles. Buy puzzles for the child. Those are the ways to delay gratification. And how do we practice positive discipline? And how many of us has done any of these games with our children before? Let me see us in the comment section. How many of us? You have sit on your child's bicycle and the child is the one pushing you. You have played games with your children. You have played chess with your children. You have banked pots. You were dancing with your child. I can't see anybody's comment though. Does it mean that we don't do it? So we need to start doing it. For younger children, okay, I can see a comment here. I have done some. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yes. I can see another person. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. For younger children, we need to play with them, copy their expression. If they squeeze their face, squeeze your face as well. Let them know that you understand the way the way they feel. Bang spoons against pots with them. Yes, every time it should not be so quiet. Let the children feel at home. Yes, my baby is still too young. All I do now is read to him and play with him. Fantastic. Even if the child is young, yes, read to him. Sing together, sing with him. And for older children, praise them. They want to know what you think. They want to know that you think good of them every time. Praise them. Don't let them look for these praises outside. Dance with them. Engage in conversations about what they like. Ask them about their best music artists. Ask them who their mentors are, or who they would like to be, what they would like to be, how their days went, who are their friends. Ask them questions. Engage in conversations with them. Ask them to even set expectations for themselves. For example, when my daughter brought the report card from school yesterday, I told her, I said, go and analyze it. When you have analyzed it, then you come back, we'll discuss about it. She went, she analyzed it. I said, okay, so what were the things that you did well? She told me. What were the things that you didn't do well? She told me. So what do you think you can do? I want them to start thinking. Allow your children to set clear expectations. So the next term that is coming, what do you think you can do? What are the objectives you already have for yourself? Write it down, paste it on your door, on the door of your wardrobe. So you wake up and see it every day, it motivates you. Agree with them on household do's and don'ts. These are the things we do in our house. In our house, we don't watch TV every day. Instead, we engage in painting. We paint on Monday. We play puzzle on Tuesday. We do Scrabble on Wednesday. We sing on Thursday. We do karaoke. We do self-care. Take your children out. Have pedicure with them. Let them know that you are involved in their life. And allow them to craft the consequences for any unacceptable behavior. So it will make them to see that you understand that now they are becoming independent and they become responsible for those consequences. They will be the one to tell themselves, I must not do this. If I do it, this is what is going to happen. We all agreed to it. That's why I said discipline is not rules. It shouldn't be what you are bringing to them. They should just accept it like that. It should be mutual. I know that a lot of us will look at this like, no, it can't work. But sincerely, the brain of the child can think. They can see their environment. They can see what is needed. They can see what is necessary. Let them put their brain to work. Don't be the one thinking for them. Don't be bailing them out. A lot of mothers, they bail their children out. In fact, some people will say, no, it's a boy child, or a boy child is not supposed to do this. It's not supposed to do that. Oh, my child has exam. She's studying for exam. Some people bail their children how they will be the one doing the assignment of the child. No, the child should be able to do their assignment by themselves. If the child does not get it, then that means the child does not understand what has been taught. Don't bail your children out. Allow them gain a level of independence. Let them craft their consequences. If they are doing what is wrong, then they will take the ball for it. Please, let's put our questions in the chat. I'm not sure we'll be able to take questions here. Our time says less than 10 minutes. And what you can do in stressful situations as a parent, pause. Take 5 deep breaths slowly and carefully. You are coming back from work, you see the whole house messed up. They have turned it upside down. Please look away, just walk into your room. It will help you to respond better in a calmer and more considerable way. Step back. Take a break from everything happening for a while. There's no emergency. Nobody died. If a visitor is coming, please let the visitor meet the house the way it is. Teach the children how to arrange what they have scattered. Don't break your head because of that. Praise yourself. Do something that makes you happy whenever you are in a stressful situation. And please note, your child can never make you angry. You are the only one that determines whether you will be happy or you will not be happy. So I have some quotes here for us. You can't teach children to behave better by making them feel worse. When children feel better, they will behave better. Children need parents who model self-discipline rather than those that preach it. They will learn from what their parents are actually willing to do, not from what they say they do. You are teaching your children to do something, but you are not doing it. It won't work. It will not work. Discipline is helping a child solve a problem, while punishment is making a child to suffer for having a problem. So let's begin to check ourselves. Am I making my child to suffer intentionally because he's struggling in school, or because he's struggling with his house chores, or because he's doing what is not right? I've seen a lot of people that also they discipline their children for not writing well. So many ridiculous things that we discipline children for. I hope you can still hear me. It's telling me my connection is unstable. Let's ensure that we discipline our children by teaching them the right thing, and we also do the right thing. Thank you so much for listening. Do I have questions? Let me check the chat room. Do I have questions? I can't see questions. If you have questions, please unmute. I believe we can all. Hello? Are we still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have questions? Do we have questions? I can't see any question. Okay, somebody say yes. Please ask your question. You can unmute and ask your question, please. You can unmute and ask your question. Nobody's unmuting. Oh, not question. Okay, thank you. Okay. Is there anybody that has a question? Have we learned one or two things? Let's put in the things we have learned in the chat. What are we going to do differently from now? What are we going to start doing differently from now? I'm sure our children are not here, so don't worry. They are not looking at your commitment. What am I going to start doing differently from now? I can't see anything in the chat room. Hello, parents. Are we here? Okay. I now have a rethink on how to raise and discipline my child. Thank you. Thank you, Christiana.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, please. We can hear you, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. This has been a very interesting session, very highly educative. So I just want to say well done to our facilitator,
Thank
and
you.
yes, we hope to see more of this. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So
Yes.
personally, I've learned a lot, and we are all
Yes, we keep learning every day.
learning to yes, to work on. And I hope I will be a better parent. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that beautiful feedback. Any other person?
Thank you very much for this session. I appreciate it a great deal.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And it's like an overhauling, like there's a lot to
Okay.
you need to work on ourselves first before we even say we want to parent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are like, even as a person, there are things that I need to deal with before even saying I want to raise someone. So it's a time for sober reflection, and it's my prayer that I'll get the right knowledge and also implement what I've learned from this section. So
Okay.
thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Hello,
for all
hello,
the
hello.
beautiful feedback. Yes, please. We can hear
Good
you.
evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, well done for the session. I joined late. I didn't actually know that, this was going on. So I just saw the link and I joined. So thank you so much. The little shall I say, the little I met, I mean, I was really blessed with
Okay.
those words. Thank you so much. I just have a question. I don't know if
Yes,
if
please.
it's in
Yes.
order for me to ask a question.
Yes, please.
All right. So I just want to find out, what your take would be for a child. Okay, maybe for example, I'm just painting a scenario now. Maybe a member of the family, is not, maybe possibly not available at the moment, and a child of that family member, was brought to you, to at least be like a guardian for that person. So there are some things already, more like that the child already has learned, coming from where the child was coming from, so many bad, habits and all of that. And, one of the things about the child is that, how, I mean, not to take, should I say, instructions seriously. When the child is given an instruction that this is, I remember in your presentation, you talk about setting clear expectation.
Yeah.
So for a child that you have taken time, you have had conversations, you have set clear, consistently test boundaries to see, are you going to do what what you said you are going to do. For example, you ask the child not to do something that that can be dangerous, or even that can threaten the health or even the safety of that child, and the child is always engaging in risky behavior despite conversation, despite discipline. There are times that that the child will actually be subjected to corporal punishment, so that the child can understand that this is the structure that is available where you are, and the child keeps doing the same thing, with conversation and all of that. So for that kind of child, what do you advise? I know you must have at some point come across such
Okay, child.
situations.
Yeah.
So what do you think can be done for that kind of child? Thank you.
Thank you so much for that beautiful question. Okay. That question is actually a whole topic on its own. You're taking up a child that is coming from a totally different background.